Old Bloke Goes to Las Palmas, Part 1. So, Las Palmas, down in the Canary Islands, which is part of Spain, is definitely one of my favourite places to be. Las Palmas means the Palms, which is a city spread over about 10 kilometres, 3 of which are lined by the wonderful Las Canaria beach. Protected by a natural reef about 500 yards offshore, the beach remains pristine most of the time. The south end is surfing territory, and the north end is a chill zone. The seat of government for the whole of the Canaries is in the old town of Las Palmas, and that's also where you'll find the 500-year-old Santa Ana Cathedral. Brilliant place. Christopher Columbus spent some time here in 1492, before he went off to trigger the annihilation of millions and discover a wonderful plant called tobacco, which again killed even more millions and continues to do so. I've got to admit, the amount of Spanish people who smoke here, it's crazy. Maybe it's just the ones I saw. You see, my mum put me off smoking for life. Initially it was a smell, but then as a kid, after I'd seen my first cancerous lung, a picture of it that is, I was worried. I was worried of what it was doing to my mum. And once she asked me to go and get her some fags, I was only 8 at the time, and I said no. I got a clout around the ear for my sins. Oh well, different times. Back to Gran Canaria, and the more distant history. Well, Sir Francis Drake, you know him. I think it was about the time of Queen Elizabeth I. Anyway, he tried to invade the city of Las Palmas. In fact, it was 1595 he did that, but he got his ass kicked and had to scalp her after just 4 days. Good for them. Anyway, back to here and now. And after a peasy bus trip from the airport, which cost about €2, we find our flat and head out for din-dins. Hearing the sounds of live music, we wander round to one of our usual spots, where I try raw shellfish for the first time. I've eaten oysters before, which I assumed were nearly dead, but these wee things were fished out of a tank and split open onto a bed of ice right in front of me, pulsing and squirming. "Oh, that's minging," said my better half. "You've killed them now," she continues, "so you may as well eat them, or I'll have died in vain. That's minging." "Oh, thanks," I say. "I'm not sure I'm very hungry anymore." "Plus you've wasted money," she continues. "Aye, right. I'll get into them, I'll be fine." She points at the shellfish. "Well, they'll no be, will they?" Talk about spoiling a nice meal. Now riddled with guilt, I pour on mucho Tabasco and lime in the hope at least of anaesthetising the poor wee things. But they were, I have to admit, delicious. Oh gosh. I was, however, reminded my better half, just in case, she hadn't put me off already, of that guy. The director of the Food and Critic bloke, what's his name? Aye, Michael Winner, that's him. Well, he almost died back in 2007 in Barbados after eating an oyster. It's said that he nearly lost his left leg after being infected by the Vibrio vulnificus bacteria. Aye, well, not totally sure how an oyster equals a leg off. But anyway, it didn't put me off that much. I talked to him regardless, and, you're only here once. And so were the shellfish, I suppose. The whole meal kind of gave me some hope, though. For example, if we faced, some kind of apocalyptic happening, like World War III, an alien invasion, a zombie takeover, or even the Tories getting back in for a third term, I could make for some beach with a bottle of Tabasco, a penknife and a bag of limes, and probably survive. And then there's the view from a balcony, back in the flat, and it's magic. Right in the corner of Cantara's beach, I can see the fish restaurant, right at the very end, amongst a wee scatter of small fishing boats, bobbing about in a gentle roll. That is, the roll of the sea, no a bread one. Anyway, on a good day, you can even see Mount Teal'c. That's across in Tenerife. Miles away. Well, about 100 miles away nearly. At an amazing 12,198 feet, it's the highest mountain in Spain. Get this. Measured from the ocean floor, it's over 24,000 feet, so the 4th biggest volcano in the world in its stalking feet. Over in Tenerife, I doubt it would nobble us here in Las Palmas, but you never know. And it's due a wee eruption. The last big one was in 1909. Now, the indigenous peoples of the Canaries, the Guanches, well, they worshipped the volcano as a place where the gods resided. I suppose it was kind of their version of Mount Olympus, you know? Of course, the Spanish, as they did in the Americas, wiped out the indigenous people. Ethnically and culturally absorbed them. But elements of their culture survive to this day, intermixed within the Canadian customs and traditions, such as Silbo, a kind of whistled language of La Gomera, a wee island. Have a listen and see if it reminds you of anything. Any guesses? Yeah, that's right. It reminds you of the Clangers, doesn't it? Same here. Great programme that was. I wonder if the Clangers, well, whoever invented the Clangers, owes them some money, because obviously that came first before the Clangers. Brilliant. Okay, 1496 obviously wasn't a good year for the Guanches, or their gods, because that's when the Spanish took over. Back to that big hill, Mount Teal'c. I wonder if it's hard to breathe up there. Probably. You see, digressing massively, I went up the Eiger once, as you do, by train right enough, rather than by rope or crampon, and I could hardly move, or breathe. They'd laid on a meal for us at the top of the mountain, and I didn't have enough energy to even lift the spoon. Still, that was a great experience being that high. Thinking about it, I had quite a few great experiences during my working life. Now this sounds like I'm James Bond or something, but it's honestly just all these things actually happened to me. I drove tanks, I flew planes, I scuba dove, is that the word? I was scuba diving, I was skiing down the Eiger, done that. In the dark, I might add, after quite a few sherries. I also got to travel the world a bit, Canada, Mauritius, Santorini, and even let me loose in Spain for a bit too, before which I had to learn the lingo. But when I got there to work, everyone was instructed to speak to me in Spanish, no English allowed. That's how tough it was. But it was great fun, and after a brain-bursting couple of weeks, it all started to fall into place. I must do a wee podcast. That was a month I had in Spain, just over actually. A great adventure, totally. Anyway, that's the end of part 1 of my adventures in Las Palmas, even though I digressed a wee bit. There's much more to come. I'm not too sure how many parts there's going to be, but it's all kind of fun, hopefully. I just want to remind anybody that doesn't know yet that I did write a wee book called Bloke Goes Running, which is available everywhere, just about in time for Christmas if you order it today. It's in shops, it's in libraries, it's on the internet. It's even available in an audio book form as well from Audible or Amazon. Anyway, if you're local as well, it's available from the wee shop, the craft shop in Mitchell Way in Alexandria. So, if MD is listening, I just want to say a big, big thank you very much. And until next time, it's, ciao for now.